when you're young and when you're in your 20s, you don't really know who you are. You don't really know what you want to do and what direction you actually want to go in. And you don't have it all figured out. Most people don't have it all figured out. Usually people just aim at something and just take whatever opportunities come their way. And when you don't know who you are or what you want to do, when you're so unsure of yourself, how you feel on the inside reflects on how you are externally. And that lack of confidence makes you less attractive. And when you're in your 20s, you're most likely still in college. You don't really know if you'll have a job after college. And you don't know if you majored in the right thing, if it's even going to be a good future for you. So there's a lot of things you're so unsure about, and it shows by the way you carry yourself. You might not even notice it, you might not even realize or even be aware of it. But when you're not confident in yourself and where you're going in life, all of that shows externally. And when you're around people, you won't be as confident. And confidence is what makes people look more attractive. Aside from physical appearance, but just the way you carry yourself. You know, sometimes when you talk to people, maybe at first you're not attracted to them or you don't think they're very good looking. But then the more they talk, the more you get to know them, the way they carry themselves, their mannerisms, you start to find them more attractive. And even after you graduate from college and you finally start in your career path, that first job might not even be the job that you like. You still don't know where you're going in life. You're kind of just taking whatever opportunities come your way, and you just hope for the best. And because you still don't really know yourself, you're still not very stable, you still haven't really built that foundation, everything is shaky. You're still very unsure of yourself because you haven't really build up any skill sets, so you're not going to be confident. And as you go through life, as you get older and you become more successful and you achieve more in life, as you win, you become more confident in yourself. Because when you're young, you don't really know anything or know how to do anything. Even if you're very educated and you went to college, all you really know is concepts. You haven't really built a foundation of skill sets. Building actual skills and actually being experienced and being wise, all of that comes from experience, what you do in life. You actually learn how to really do something when you finally start your career. You learn on the job. Now it's not just having knowledge. Now you know how to apply that knowledge. Now you have some real skills. It's not just all talk. You know, it's one thing to think you know how to do something, but be unsure about it, and it'll reflect on the outside. And it's another thing to actually know something and know how to apply it. Then you become more confident in yourself. And that confidence also shows. So the older you get and the more you achieve, the more confident you become. And as you build your foundation, as you become more stable in life, you just start to know who you are. You no longer feel the need to get other people's validation because you know your capabilities. You have nothing to prove. And when you have nothing to prove, that's when you truly become yourself. That's when you truly act like yourself. Because you stop caring about what people think. Because you know yourself. You don't have to prove it to anybody. That confidence is what people see. And that confidence is what makes you more attractive. So when you enter your 30s, you have more of an idea of where you're going in life. You know what you want to do. You're more stable in your career. You built that foundation and you probably are making more money. And as you become more successful, all of that makes you more attractive. The more you achieve in life, the more attractive you become. When you buy a house, when you buy a car, when you have all of that, when you have your life together, that makes you more attractive to women because women are attracted to success. But it's not just that. I think everybody's attracted to success. Everybody just wants to be around successful people. But women are attracted to a man that can protect and provide for them. And as you get older and you become more stable financially, you actually become capable enough to protect and provide for them. And women like stability. They like to be financially secure and they want to be with someone that's financially secure. You know, partying and fooling around and not prioritizing getting your life together, that's something that people really do in their 20s. But as people get older, you grow out of that. You start realizing what's more important in life. and that's getting your life together. To truly be happy and be content with yourself and to actually live a good life requires success and financial stability. Otherwise, every day you're just worried about if you can pay your bills or put food on a table. And it's hard to be happy when that's all you have on your mind. And most marriages don't work out because of financial struggles. Because you are going to get into arguments if you're constantly stressed out about being able to pay your bills or not. And when you're in a high stress environment, you're going to argue. Things are going to make you mad. And when you're in a better environment, when you're more financially stable, you're going to argue a little bit less. Not saying that you won't argue at all, but you won't be as stressed. And when you're not as stressed, you'll be able to communicate more clearly. Things won't make you as mad. You'll be able to tolerate a little bit more. And the better you can communicate, the better the relationship is. And when you're in your 30s and you start to really know who you are, and when you're more successful and know where you want to keep advancing in your career, once you really build that foundation, you become more confident in yourself. And that confidence shows. And it's not just that. As you get older, you become more mature. You act more grown. And when you combine all of that, you start to exude more confidence because you believe in yourself more, because you've achieved more. There's actually achievements that back up how you feel on the inside, and it shows on the outside. And the way you carry yourself, your mannerisms, you move differently. You start moving with confidence. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you dress. And that confidence is what makes you more attractive to women. And that's why men become more attractive to women when they're in their 30s. And that's the advantage that men have, is that the older they get, the better they get, the better they become. So when you're in your 30s, you're on top of the world. And as long as you keep working on yourself and you keep building who you are and keep improving, you'll become more and more successful, and your life will start getting better and better. But all of that really takes effort. It's not like that for every guy. Some guys let themselves decline over the years and they just get worse and worse. So you have to make the conscious decision and actually be motivated to improve every year, every day, even if it's a little bit at a time. And you'll have those days where you don't feel like doing anything. You have to think about the long-term goal and strive towards it. And when you don't really feel like working on yourself, is because you haven't been winning enough. So you lose that motivation. You don't see the progress. And all it takes is having little wins, little achievements, and that will give you the motivation to achieve even more. Think about the most successful people in the world. It's those little achievements that make them want to have bigger achievements. I mean, just think about yourself for a second. When you were unsure if you were able to get a job after college, you weren't very confident in yourself. And it was hard to get that motivation. Some days you did want to quit. Some days were harder and you weren't sure if you were going to be successful or not. But then when you finally landed that first job in your career, then you started getting more confident. You started getting more ambitious. That one little win, when you finally got your foot in the door, now you start thinking about how to get a promotion, how to climb the corporate ladder, how to become more successful. You start figuring out your life. You start planning things, where you want to go in life. It's the little wins that give you the motivation to achieve bigger things in life. And women love men that know where they're going in life, that have a goal, that have a life. Women love men that are busy, not always needing their attention. And that's why women are attracted to bad boys, because they don't put all their focus on girls. They're focused in the moment. They're focused on themselves. It's the way they act, the way they carry themselves. It's their mannerisms and that confidence in themselves. It all comes down to confidence. And that's what attracts women. And the reason why women are attracted to confidence is because that gives off the impression that they're capable, that they're dependable. And women are attracted to men based on how they make them feel. And when women get the impression that you're confident, it makes them feel more comfortable around you. And everybody can tell if someone's truly confident or they're just acting confident. You know, when you hang around certain people, you can tell if someone's showing off or trying to impress someone. You just get that feeling. And you just know if someone's capable or not just by being around them. And the older you get and the more you know yourself, you just stop caring as much. You just stop caring as much You don't really try to impress people as much as when you were younger. And when you stop trying to impress people and get people's validation, and you're just being yourself, that makes you more attractive to women. Because when you stop trying to get people's validation, when you stop trying to impress people, when you're not a show-off and you just let things flow, that actually makes you more attractive to people. And people will actually want to be around you more because they don't sense that you're being fake or you're trying to impress them or you're trying to be a show-off. You just know who you are. And people like when someone's being genuine, when they're being authentic, when they're actually being themselves. And when a guy is trying too hard, girls notice that and it turns them off. So when you start to know yourself more, when you start not caring as much, that's when you start getting the results. And you start focusing on yourself and really just building yourself up and becoming more successful. Actually focusing on things that actually matter and realizing that getting validation from other people and impressing other people does nothing for you. It's just a complete waste of time. When you have actual skills and actual achievements, your achievements speak for itself and people just know that you're capable. Women become more attracted to you. And as you get older, you stop catering to people as much. You're not a pushover anymore. You start to set your boundaries. Because when you don't set your boundaries and you're a pushover, you just don't really seem confident in yourself. You seem like you gotta do everything for everybody, even people that don't really deserve it. And that's why nice guys finish last. Because they don't set their boundaries. They're a pushover. They always care about what other people want and do everything for other people. And that doesn't come off as authentic. Because it's like, what do you want? What are your intentions? And someone who knows themselves and sets boundaries and isn't a pushover, that makes you seem more confident in yourself. That makes you seem more authentic. And that makes you seem like you have no intentions. You're just being yourself. And that makes you more attractive. So when you self-actualize, have achievements to back up how you feel on the inside, have the knowledge, know that you're capable and actually are capable, all of that shows externally and you start exuding confidence and women start becoming more attracted to you.